Welcome all of you class. I'm Durgesh Kumar Pandey. Class 12. Today I take a chapter Parties and the Party System in India. And under this chapter I'm going to explain a topic, the fourth general election. Class, the fourth general election was organized on 1967, and this fourth general election, what was the electoral verdicts? Plus, if you are looking at the center level, Congress was going to contest the election without Nehru first time in the fourth general election. And you know already the peoples are not satisfied with the ruling of the Congress government because of rising the food prices, rising the value, rising the cost of every articles, and everything is affected by economical crisis, okay, because monsoon are fail, and India was suffer by the dot, and due to this the food grains not available in our country sufficiently. That is why the food grains, the cost of food grain was rises, and that is why the poor peoples were the most survival group. They were suffer from the rising the price of food and such things. So class, in the fourth general election, the things are coming according the wishes of peoples. Peoples were not satisfied with the Congress ruling because the rise of food grains. So in the fourth general election, the Congress anyhow managed to secure their government in the national level, but in the 9 states, the non-Congress government was established. In the 7 states, where the non-Congress was established because the Congress was not in the majority, and in other 2 states, Congress was suffering from the problem of defections. Okay, class, and class, in the fourth general elections, the prominent leader like K. Kamraj was lost the election because he was lost the election from Tamil Nadu, and S.K. Patil was lost the election from Maharashtra, and Atulya Ghosh in the West Bengal, and KB Sahai from Bihar. They were lost the election. These are the major leader of the Congress. They lose the election in the fourth general election. Half of the cabinet ministers were lost the election in the fourth general election. But anyhow, the central government was remain of the Congress party की सरकार रह गई. लेकिन class, in the next 9 states, the government was non-Congress. These states are Punjab, Haryana, Uttar Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh, Bihar, West Bengal, Orissa, Madras, and Kerala. In these 9 states, the non-Congress government was set up. And class in these 9 states, like in the Madras state, today we are known as Tamil Nadu. So in Madras, which are known today as Tamil Nadu, regional party Davendra Munetra Kadgam was organized, led a massive anti-Hindi education by the students against the center, because central government want to establish Hindi as a official language. जो central government was announced that कि Hindi will be an official language in all over the India and it is compulsory. So against this, in the Madras state, DMK, Davendra Munetra Kadgam was organized, led a massive anti-Hindi educations by the students against the center, और इसका that is why the DMK got the benefit in the 4th general election, and in the Madras state in the Tamil Nadu, this was got the DMK was got the clear majority in the Madras state, now in the Tamil Nadu, and the DMK government was set up in the Tamil Nadu, and other 8 states where the non-Congress government was set up, and due to some defections, and this non-Congress government was a coalition government class. So now we are going to looking ki what type of the coalition government this is class. We are looking ki the 8 states, 8 states where the non-Congress government was set up. These are the Punjab, Haryana, Uttar Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh, Bihar, West Bengal, Odisha and Kerala. So in these 8 states where the non-Congress coalition government was set up, these 8 states were known for a coalition government class. And these coalition government in Hindi were saying कि संयुक्त विधायक दल class, संयुक्त विधायक दल, like in the Bihar, 2 socialist party SSP and PSP both are come together, and the same from left CPI and from right Janasangha, they all made the Samyukt Vidhayak Dal in Bihar, and this is a coalition government. And similarly, if you are going in the Punjab, so in Punjab, the name of this popular coalition is the Popular United Front. This is the coalition government in Punjab. In this coalition, 2 opposite groups, Sant groups and Masters groups, were come together against the Congress, and 2 opposition party, both the CPI and CPIM, both the CPI and CPIM also come together against the Congress, and SSP, the Republican Party, the Bharatiya Janasangh also come in this Popular United Front class. So class you are looking ki jo in Punjab, where the Popular United Front was made here, and you are looking ki the name of this coalition in the Punjab is the Popular United Front, and 2 opposite groups, Sant groups and Master groups, are come together, and both the Communist Party CPI and CPM and other party like SSP, the Republican Party and Bharatiya Janasangh are all make a coalition in the Punjab, and this coalition was known as the Popular United Front. Class, if anyone is going from Delhi to Howrah and by train, so people is not passing any Congress ruling states. Means from Delhi to Howrah, no one state is ruled by the Congress party. Everywhere is a non-Congress party in the state. So that is very surprise where the Congress was previously in the dominant, now no one state was looking where the Congress was dominant. Congress was looking, Congress ruling state. Now any peoples who are traveling from Delhi to Howrah, he was passing only by non-Congress government. So it means the dominance of Congress was over. This is a big question, because there are some also the cause of non-Congress government is the defection. Class, you know what is defection? Class, one more thing why the non-Congress government was established in other 8 states is the factor is the defection. First of all, class ki what is the meaning of defection? So defection means an elected representative leave the party on whose symbol he or she was elected and join another party. Once again, class, I am telling about the definition of defection. A defection means an elected representative leave the party on whose symbol he or she was elected and join another party. This is known as defection. So after the 1967 general election, the breakaway Congress legislation play an important role in installing the non-Congress government in the 3 states, in the Haryana, Madhya Pradesh and Uttar Pradesh. In these 3 states, class, the non-Congress government was established because of defection. Because of defection, in the 3 states, Haryana, Madhya Pradesh and Uttar Pradesh, the non-Congress government was established because most of the MLAs were breaking from the Congress and joined to non-Congress government. That is why in the 3 states, Haryana and Madhya Pradesh and Uttar Pradesh, their non-Congress was established due to defection, class. So class, in this defection, the reason is the defection for making the 3 states where the non-Congress government was Haryana, Madhya Pradesh and Uttar Pradesh. Class, like Gaya Lal, who is an MLA in the Haryana. First, he was leaving their Congress party and going to United Front, and again when he was leaving United Front and again come in the Congress. So this thing was known as defection, and the leader of Congress, the leader of the Congress, Rao Birendra Singh, saying कि now Gaya Ram is now Aya Ram. Gaya Ram is now Aya Ram. And again this leader was left the Congress and again joined the United Front government, class. So this Gaya Lal first leave the Congress and joined the United Front coalition in Haryana, and again leave the United Front, join the Congress, and again leave the Congress and join the United Front. So one of the leader of the Congress was saying this event, now Gaya Ram is Aya Ram. So this was a region of defection ki many states were ruling by the non-Congress government, and region is the defection. A lot of amounts of the defection was looking in this era, or that is why the Indian government was making law for the defection according to Article 52 and Article 91. Two times our Indian government was make a law against the defection. So in 52th amendment, law for the defection was set up in the country to control this class. And when 52th amendment was not sufficient, then after this in 91st amendment was implemented for defection class. Class, we are looking कि 1967 in fourth general election, when the Congress was become weak because in the 9 states where the Congress was not able to make the government, but class Congress was lost most of the seat of MLAs, MPs. Now it is clear that Congress was defeating the election in the fourth general election, but there was no substitute of the Congress on that time. That is why most of the non-Congress coalition government in the state did not survive for long. जितने भी non-Congress government थी जो 9 स्टेट्स में, वो बहुत लंबे समय तक सरवाइव नहीं कर पाई. दे लॉस्ट मेजॉरिटी, वो अपनी मेजॉरिटी बहुत जल्दी खो दी नॉन कांग्रेस गवर्नमेंट जो 9 स्टेट्स में थी. एंड आइदर या तो फिर न्यू कॉम्बिनेशन वहाँ पे बन गया, या फिर क्लास वहाँ पर प्रेसिडेंट रूल इम्पोज कर दिया गया. ठीक है, क्लास जो 9 नॉन कांग्रेस गवर्नमेंट थी उसमें बहुत सारे जगह पे न्यू कॉम्बिनेशन बने. ठीक है, जो नॉन कांग्रेस गवर्नमेंट थी वो ज़्यादा समय तक सर्वाइव नहीं कर पाई और न्यू कॉम्बिनेशन बने. एंड जो या फिर वहाँ पर प्रेसिडेंट रूल इम्पोज कर दिया गया क्लास. नाउ class now next topic is Indira versus syndicate. First of all, I would like to introduce about the syndicate leaders. These syndicate leaders are the powerful leader of the South India, and they were these were the group of the South Indian leader in the Congress, and they were known as syndicate leaders. In this syndicate leaders, it was led by K. Kamaraj, who was the former Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu and then the President of the Congress. So K. Kamaraj was the President of Congress, and previously he was the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu. And next leader is the S.K. Patil. S.K. Patil of Bombay City. ठीक है, he was a very powerful leader, S.K. Patil of Bombay City, which later known as the Mumbai. And next leader is in the syndicate is S. Nizligappa of Mysore, जिसको बाद में हम लोग कर्नाटका के नाम से जानते हैं क्लास. तो एस नज़ीरुल्लाह ऑफ मैसूर जो कि बाद में कर्नाटका स्टेट के नाम से जाना गया, वेरी पावरफुल लीडर थे. एंड नीलम संजीव रेड्डी ऑफ आंध्र प्रदेश इज़ आल्सो अ वेरी पावरफुल लीडर, एंड अतुल्य घोष जो वेस्ट बंगाल के थे. तो these five leaders are very powerful in the Indian National Congress, and these are the South Indian leaders, and they were known as syndicate leader. So again I repeat the name. First is K. Kamraj from Tamil Nadu. He was previously the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu. S.K. Patil from Bombay. Sanjeev Nilam Reddy from the Andhra Pradesh, and next is S. Nizilgampa in मैसूर या फिर जो करेंट में कर्नाटका उसको बोलते हैं, एंड एस के पाटिल ऑफ बॉम्बे एंड अतुल्य घोष ऑफ वेस्ट बंगाल. ये जो 5 पावरफुल लीडर थे, दे वर नोन एज सिंडिकेट लीडर्स. तो जो सिंडिकेट लीडर थे, दे वर इन अ ग्रुप विद इन द कांग्रेस, और दे वर डिसाइडिंग कि हु विल बिकम द नेक्स्ट कमिंग प्राइम मिनिस्टर ऑफ इंडिया. देखो, आफ्टर द डेथ ऑफ नेहरू कौन नेक्स्ट प्राइम मिनिस्टर होगा, ये तय करने की जिम्मेदारी के कामराज पे आ गई एंड द सिंडिकेट लीडर्स पे आई. देन आफ्टर जो टफ कंपटीशन था कि मोरारजी देसाई बनना चाहते थे नेक्स्ट पीएम, बट जो के कामराज जो थे सिंडिकेट लीडर्स के, उन्होंने पार्टी के जो एमपीज़ थे, एमएलएज थे, उनसे बात किया और देखा. पार्टी लीडर से बात करने के बाद, पार्टी के जो एमपीज़ एमएलए थे उनसे डिस्कशन करने के बाद उन्होंने देखा कि मोरारजी देसाई पे कॉमन कंसेंसस नहीं है मेंबर्स का. दैट इज़ वाई फिर बाद में देखा कि लाल बहादुर शास्त्री की जो पर्सनालिटी थी, लाल बहादुर शास्त्री वाज अ वेरी सिंपल एंड ऑनेस्ट एमपी जो थे, और फिर उनके ऊपर आम सहमति बन रही थी कांग्रेस की. दैट इज़ वाई जो सिंडिकेट लीडर्स थे, उन्होंने लाल बहादुर शास्त्री को एज ए पीएम जो है आगे बढ़ाया और उसको उनको बनाने में हेल्प करी. इसके बाद देन आफ्टर लाल बहादुर शास्त्री की जब डेथ हो जाती है, तो अगेन जो प्राइम मिनिस्टर की जो पोस्ट है उस पर इस्टेब्लिश नेक्स्ट लीडर को इंदिरा को इस्टेब्लिश करने में भी सिंडिकेट लीडर्स का बहुत बड़ा योगदान था. बिकॉज सिंडिकेट लीडर्स ही चाहते थे कि इंदिरा गांधी जो एक न्यू और लीडर है, वो पूरी तरह से एडवाइस के लिए सिंडिकेट लीडर्स पे डिपेंड रहेंगी. इसीलिए दैट इज़ वाई जो सिंडिकेट लीडर थे, उन्होंने उनको जो है एज ए पीएम जो है आगे बढ़ाया. और इंदिरा गांधी ने जो और यहाँ पर भी इंदिरा गांधी और मोरारजी देसाई में ज़बरदस्त कंपटीशन था. सीक्रेट बैलेट पेपर के थ्रू जो है इलेक्शन हुआ, और इसमें जो कांग्रेस के एमपीज़ थे, उन्होंने इंदिरा गांधी को अपना एमपी चुना. बाद में वो कांग्रेस का अपना लीडर चुना और बाद में इंदिरा गांधी पीएम बन गई, और फिर वो 1 ईयर तक रही. देन उसके बाद 4th जनरल इलेक्शन आया. तो सिंडिकेट लीडर्स का ये बहुत बड़ा कंट्रीब्यूशन है कि उन्होंने आफ्टर द डेथ ऑफ नेहरू के डेथ के बाद लाल बहादुर शास्त्री जैसा ऑनेस्ट और सिंप्लिसिटी वाले पर्सन को, जिसके ऊपर सबका एक कॉमन कंसेंसस था, उनको प्राइम मिनिस्टर बनाया. देन अगेंस्ट इंदिरा गांधी जैसे पर्सनालिटी को आगे बढ़ाया. तो दैट इज़ वाई सिंडिकेट लीडर्स का हमारे इंडियन पॉलिटिक्स में बहुत बड़ा रोल है. आफ्टर द डेथ ऑफ नेहरू, जब पूरी कंट्री में जो एक अनसर्टेनिटी बनी हुई थी, तो ऐसे 2 बड़े नेताओं को, 2 ऐसी पर्सनालिटी को उन्होंने आगे लाया, जो हमारे जो नेहरू का जो गैप था उसको फुलफिल किए क्लास. लेकिन इंदिरा गांधी जब पीएम बन गई, तो फिर बाद में 4th जनरल इलेक्शन में आपने देखा कि ये सिंडिकेट लीडर्स चुनाव हारे, और इंदिरा गांधी बहुत सारे सजेशन कम्युनिस्ट पार्टीज़ के थ्रू या लेफ्ट पार्टीज़ के थ्रू जा कर के लेने लगी, और इसकी वजह से सिंडिकेट लीडर्स और इंदिरा गांधी के बीच में गैप्स बढ़े क्लास एंड सिंडिकेट लीडर ये सोचते थे कि इंदिरा गांधी एडवाइस के लिए, सजेशन के लिए उनके ऊपर डिपेंड रहेंगी। बस इंदिरा गांधी वाज वर्क एज ए इंडिपेंडेंट एंड दे टेक देयर एडवाइस फ्रॉम आउटसाइड। कांग्रेस के अंदर की बजाय कांग्रेस के बाहर से वो सजेशन लेने लगी।